Alright, so I have threaded the needle once again, navigating between all the weather and everything like that, and I have arrived at the new location. The problem is there's no sign that actually tells you where you need to turn, unfortunately. So let's see where we could turn in. There's all sorts of nasty thunderstorms all around us. I think this possibly could be it. You see this? No sign at all. But at the very least there's a clearing. It means that I should be able to get in there. You know, guys, I wanted to acknowledge how privileged I am to experience the outdoors. The areas like this are just absolutely breathtaking. Let me show you an example of what it's like. We got lone pine needle. Off in the back over there are rolling hills. Really cool. Right? And now, on to the meat of it. This is what you pull up to. I mean, how cool is this? And so, to put this into some sort of perspective, most people, and by most people I mean 99% of people, never ever get to experience this. And I get to do it every single weekend. Different places just like that. Look at it. Right behind me. Look at that. Rolling hills and the tree line. And the lake and the trees, and just absolutely breathtaking. And the birds. And then on the way here, I've seen a few deer. And also, I've taken a huge gamble and decided to go through the weather. Looking at the forecast, it was gnarly, nothing but red heading this way. And you know what? I took a chance. I said, I'm gonna do it. And the weather split forward and to the back. And so what? Oh, well, some would have stuck over there still. But I have essentially stable air on top of me. And even though the actual ramp is kind of non-existent, still nonetheless I'll be able to enjoy this. I mean, just take it in. Look at it. All the colors, like all the, you know, the lone pine needle and all the variable, like you could literally see lines of colors over there in the back. Look how cool it is. And so still. And so, on to the business at hand. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you're driving on the grass, right, you don't see divots and dimples and stuff like that. You have to be really, really careful. because you could easily drive into a very, very unfortunate situation. Break your wheel and or some other component of the car, and that's it. So as you might have guessed, that is the ramp over there, and I'm not even gonna risk getting my trailer in there. I have no idea how deep it is. I have no idea what the road conditions are. So what I'll do, I'll just launch it, like push it off the trailer a little bit. I know you guys are going to laugh at this, but you have no idea how difficult it was for me to actually launch my kayak. Holy guacamole! Talk about, wow. Try getting through all of this in a kayak. Whew. And you know, remarkable thing is, like, you just can't do anything with them. That's what's really bizarre. It's, you know, and for one, good thing I didn't drive my kayak over there, because it's like 3.5 feet deep, at least according to my fish finder. Because backing your trailer into the, holy camole, man, I don't know what needs to be done about places like that. I mean, look at it. That's what I had to go through. Like, my truck is literally behind you. You could sort of see it peeking right there-ish. Look at it. Holy crapoly. And the fact that all of this time, that was like an 8.5-foot alligator standing, or rather, swimming right over there, just laughing at me. I mean, I saw him rolling on the floor laughing. It was like, dude, you're gonna be in for a treat. And he was right. So that being said, there are a whole bunch of alligators in this lake, but I have scared them away by splashing and grunting and all of that stuff. I am getting better at it though. I think I may have found a trick. Because I use a push pedal kayak, if I remove my pedals completely, it creates a more streamlined bottom, which makes it a little bit easier for me to navigate through this. And the thing is, it's not even like the blades of the kayak. What's really hurting the process is that where, and you could actually see it sort of, you know, this greenery, they all bunch up at the bottom, towards the bottom at least. And what's happening is right at that point they form like a little wall, and if that wall is touching the front or the back of your kayak, forget about it. It's like, man, open the back, there's a, right there, swallowtail kite. Let me see if I could, there he is. Look at that guy. Beautiful bird. He's a bird of prey. He hunts. And it's quite a menace to all the other birds. When he flies, he spreads his wings and tail. He kind of looks like a kite. You know, a good gauge of success of the ecosystem, and I keep talking about it, is abundance of the predator. just in this one shot, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one just went down. And then there's a whole bunch more around this lake. And if there's alligators, there's fish. And if there's fish, it means that conditions are favorable. So let's go for a quick loop. See how many more we could find. Off in the back I could hear all sorts of birds. They're just not willing to come out for show and tell. This one here is a big one. He's very confident. He's been circling my kayak, very curious. There's another one in this lake that I just passed around there-ish with a beaten up nose, so I wonder if they got into a bit of a kerfuffle over the territory. So looking at the abundance of the alligators, not only this particular location is beautiful, but also high quality ecosystem. If it wasn't for those, you know, if there was a legitimate ramp in this place, this would be wonderful. I'm gonna talk to the warden and see what we could do about this, because it would be a crime for this place to go to waste. You know, there's not that many people that access it, and rightly so. It's just almost impossible, especially if you have a boat. You can't drive your trailer far enough. You know, another thing I'm seeing, and I don't know if my GoPro is picking this up because I don't have my regular camera on all the time. Alligators, I see, if you see where the water meets all this vegetation stuff, alligators poke their nose out, and they just leave their nose, only the nose visible. So there's a whole bunch of them along this lake. Really cool. Oh, there's another one over there. Female anhinga. I think one of the reasons why we see so many alligators in this lake is this is perfectly situated amongst all the other ones. You know, if this is stocked with fish, if they ever want to change, there's at least 5 or 6 other lakes, and all they have to do is really just cross like that hill over there, the hill to the left and to the right. That and the fact that this is like so far into the off-road that people don't bother them. And I'm looking at the fish finder as well. And you could actually see it in front of me. There's lots of bait fish here. And if there's bait fish, it means that there's bigger fish. And bigger fish is what alligators like to eat. There's another one right there. See? They're just sitting there. Right there. Really cool place. Wow, look at this, look at this. Even more alligators. Yep, there he goes. Wow, and there's one more. Whoop, there he goes. How cool that is. My truck is parked way there in the back. And then you just pan back here. And if you look off in the back, we go from, hey, this is a pretty decent weather too. Holy crap, get me out of this water. And the thing is, I can't do nothing about it. Literally, nothing. Even if I hightailed it out of here, I still would have to fight through the jungle again. So what I'm gonna do is, I figure at some point this rain will catch up to me. I'm gonna hide my cameras, and at the very least the cameras won't get wet. Not so much afraid of the rain as I am of the lightning. I haven't seen lightning yet, knock on wood, because that would be really, really bad juju. Oh, in case you're wondering, just because it looks like that doesn't mean that I'm gonna get hit by it. Florida is so bizarre with its climate that it could literally look like this, and then it just passes right over you without a single drop. And I could see, at least just by the wind blowing on my face, that it is being pushed in this direction. And the clouds are really fast moving, so I may actually get lucky if it blows right over me. I actually predicted it to be here a couple hours ago, but I was off in my calculations. At the very least, it still allowed me to go kayaking. Uh-oh. Honestly, my stress level at this point is reasonably high. Like, reasonably high. I mean, look at it. You really do not want to be on the water with that approaching. But the fact of the matter is, I still have to pedal to where I am. And I still have to fight through all that stuff, regardless of what the weather is doing. And if I'm lucky, because I don't know, I mean, we'll see. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, you know what? Let's go. alligators. Whoop. This is a big one too. What do you think, guys? Does that look like rain, or does that just look like rain? Holy crap. Well, if anything, this is entirely my fault. I take full responsibility for it. Normally, I do not do this, obviously. Holy crap, I would very much like to be out of the water. It is not even funny. Whew. Wind is picking up. Substantially too. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Alright, turning off the camera. I have to say how miserable this bullshit is. And I just hope that I could weather out the storm. Because the thing is, the wind is pushing me so freaking much that I'm like going full steam and barely moving forward. And the thing is, my truck is right there and I can't do nothing about it. Nothing. Freaking A, man. And I can't even use my bimini because what it's doing is it's acting like a freaking sail. Trust me when I tell you, folks, I am not okay with this situation at all. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Look at it. So, the only thing I can do at this point is start fighting through the bush, because the rain, I don't think it's gonna let off anytime soon. So look at this. I'm trying to turn left and the kayak is not even turning left because the wind is coming from woo! Alright. The wind is literally coming from where? Jeepers creepers, man. Holy documentary mumbo jumbo. Unbelievable. I don't know how much it's gusting, but it is freaking gusting, man. Woo. Look at it. Holy mambo jumbo. I am already soaked right down to my underwear. Holy camole. Look at this. Holy shih tzu, man. Holy shih tzu. Alright guys, I'm gonna put you on hold for a minute and have to. I'll get back to you. Maybe. If I survive this bullshit. Self-imposed, mind you. know, considering how fast it's moving, it's gonna pass me really soon. So if I sit here for, I don't know, 10 or so minutes, because I'm already soaking wet. Alright, I'll get back to you guys. So as you might have guessed, look at this. I don't think there's a single dry spot on my body, to be honest with you. I've been soaked more than right down to my underwear. I mean, like, literally, it is freaking holy camole, man. Just to get you a perspective, when, you know, obviously I saw the whole nonsense, but anyways, we've gone all around this lake. You know, turn way back in the back, there's like a little leg in there, and coming back right there, right where my finger is, that's when shit hit the fan. So I decided to, you know, hightail it, swallow the bug, hightail it out of there. And so I tried to paddle from there this way. Now mind you, even with my bimini down, the wind, like, this is where the wind is coming from. See all the vegetation? Right? So I had to paddle into the wind, into the rain, completely soaked, and then trying to find, like, by the time I got here, I couldn't even make a left turn. So what I had to do, I had to go all the way over there, and then make a right, and then essentially do like a loop. And then I held on to the vegetation over there, and I just got drenched. I mean, it poured hard. Whew. But hey, this is what it's all about, being out here in the element. Believe it or not, I'm actually, well, I mean, other than being terrified for my life, if you set that off to the side for a minute, I actually don't mind being soaking wet, even though I have nothing to change into. And reason being is because this is what it's all about. You know, coming out to places like this, getting all muddy and wet and having the time of your life, living the dream.